My name is Ben Okafor. I'm a pharmacist working at Eastport Family Pharmacy in Eastport, Maine. I came from Nigeria in West Africa. I used to work in London, United Kingdom, before I was recruited by one of the multinational pharmacy companies here in Maine to come and work in Maine. And I got here in January 2007, and since then I've been in Maine. I thought it was very quiet, but peaceful. But it took me a little bit to adjust, and I just got down to work. I came here to work, and I just got on with it. Part of what we do as pharmacists is obviously providing pharmaceutical care to customers, and it's service-oriented. So while working for Rite Aid, I found out, because I used to walk around all around Maine to go to visit other stores where they don't have pharmacies to cover. So while doing that, I found out there are some of the remote communities in Maine that had to travel a far distance to come to get their medications. So I learned of the difficulties people are having, accessing those services. Even though I enjoy my job, it might be better to take the services closer to those folks. So I decided, thinking about, opening my own pharmacy.
Our pharmacy that had been here, a historic pharmacy that people loved, had closed. And so we didn't have one here, which meant people in Eastport or Pleasant Point would have to drive to Machias, which is about an hour away, or to Calais, both of which have hospitals. But if you were going to get medication, you had to go to one of those places. So a lot of planning ahead, and a lot of people who needed medications that didn't even have cars or have the ability to get what they needed. So when this started, this discussion that there was going to be a pharmacy here, this was great news.
I had to rely on my own savings to start a business. After a year, when I can prove that I can do it, the banks and the institutions now came in to help me out.
It was a very tiny little place, but very well stocked, very friendly, clearly knew what he was talking about, friendly to us. And there is, with Ben, if anybody's been in the room with Ben, you know there is no possibility that you are not going to be pleasant and nice with Ben, because that's the way he is.
So when I started initially, not very many people were coming. People thought I was just going to be there for a few months and fold up. Some people were still traveling long distances to go to Machias or Calais to get their medications. But when they started seeing that, hey, that actually I'm providing a good service, I'm providing services that other big stores are not providing, like making free pharmacy delivery to their homes.
They deliver not only to Eastport, they deliver to Lubec, they'll deliver to Calais, Robinson, all these little communities, which meant that our older citizens who are really locked in sometimes and don't have transportation or abilities, get their medications brought to them. So we began to realize that Ben was a really not only friendly guy that had brought the pharmacy to us, he was a really good entrepreneur, very good entrepreneur.
My technicians and my drivers, when they go to deliver medications, they let the dogs out, for these old people that can't get out. They call me, tell me to ask my driver to bring some groceries for them on their way to deliver medications. So those actually are the things that make your day, when customers, when you put smile on their face, and when they send their kids to come and thank you for your services. It goes beyond providing the service. It makes you know that you're actually making a difference, and that actually gladdens my heart. I have 4 employees currently. It's not easy because Eastport, it's 95% elderly patients, elderly customers. So finding a viable workforce with skills, needed in pharmacy, it's very challenging, so to speak. It takes a lot of training, but I don't mind doing it because I like working with local workforce. These are the people that, you see every day. They work with my customers who are local people, and you're making contribution to the area, the local area where you serve.
I'm Kat Moore. I work at Eastport Family Pharmacy. I live in Eastport, Maine. I'm from the reservation, Pleasant Point, and I'm Native American. Jobs around here are pretty scarce, so it's really hard, especially to get a great opportunity like this one. I want to go to school for nursing, and I think this kind of puts me in the right direction, learning a little bit more about medications and how they help.
I'm fortunate to be an employer. I employ a lot of, Americans. So I'm an immigrant, who also employ Americans. So I actually create jobs.
He's bringing us something that none of us would have had without him. He does it with great joy. He's hiring and training some of our young people. We don't have to travel so much. We get what we need to be healthy.
I believe that I'm a good pharmacist. I believe that, I can go toe-to-toe with the best pharmacist there is. I believe that what others are doing, I can do it. And then I said, why don't you give it a shot, try it. And, I did it, and I'm happy to say that I succeeded.